So I go on from
Hello, everybody.
happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
How is everybody doing or doing?
Everybody doesn't.
Right?
But yeah, we are here once again. Another relationship circle with O'Shane and Jamila. So this, as we would have stated before, idea came about with us always sharing and people always asking us questions. I was like, okay, why not use our resources and share, right? And rope in one and two our friends and experts and all of that to help people to have healthy relationships, whether marriage, dating, single, individual, everything, right?
Everything.
Yeah. And so that's how we came about by doing this series. Yeah.
So I see there are quite a few number of people watching. Just comment in the chat.
Make we know wanna come from and make us start big up.
Everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
so it's Nicolette.
Hi, Nicolette. And in the meantime, we will be talking to a couple tonight. A couple that would have helped me and O'Shane while we were dating. People that have become our brothers and sister. Brother and sister.
Yeah, that's
yeah. And even when we were dating, they played such a vital role, and we are grateful for them, and we are grateful for community, which is why, as we said earlier, we want to share that with at least one other person, two other people, because we know the importance of having a community and people that we can depend on, right?
That is true. And for me, this is a very special episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these two people are very close to my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As remember one time I used to at them for them house was like my
I
second
used to go for
house.
no
You
food.
know? Anyways,
Yeah.
I could just
But before that, let's big up Shawnette, Gabriel,
Karina,
Ayana,
Ayana.
Dane, hey,
Yeah, guys.
and everybody else that is watching that is not commenting. Big up on yourself. Welcome.
The silent watchers, we don't want to know to be silent. And I just say something.
Yeah, make we hear.
For real. So, anyways,
Without
without
further,
further ado, let us introduce our guests, the Jace and the Amanda Mary. Watch out.
We're live. Hello.
hi, hey.
No, man. Wanna come like so and add extra spice.
Yes,
To
sir. Them start off so strong.
so anybody else,
Hmm.
we have to make sure so them start off strong.
All right.
On a set it, on a
Yeah,
set
them
the
set the
bar.
bar.
So anybody else have to go surpass the bar.
Brittany, big up yourself, Brittany. Kenisha, big up yourself. Karita, big up
Yeah.
yourself. Rasheen, Don B, Ayana, big up yourself. Shawnit, big up yourself. Karita, big up yourself. Gabriel, big up yourself. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's not my program. Sorry, guys. Big up yourself.
Man, come like a fans.
But Brittany said it's already, it's a coincidence. Like we just three of us came in red, and then the fourth person just said, "Let me put on red too."
We
So,
won't
yeah,
say who the fourth person was.
Reluctantly.
who the fourth person is. But yes, guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for
Big
having
brother
us.
and big sister.
Yes, guys. So as both of you would have already known, you guys played a very important role in both me and Jamila's life.
Yeah.
From prior to us
Um,
being friends to dating, even
we
to
dried a
marriage.
lot of tears.
Right. And it's a lot of food.
I was gonna comment on that one, but no.
But yes, so we just want everybody to know, like, how did it start? Amanda and Jace marry. Like,
How did you guys meet?
yeah, how did you
Let's
be?
know.
I
Tell
want to
me the
know for the
scoop.
story. Yeah.
Well, meet it out.
All right, guys. So listen now. So listen to how we meet now. So, guys, I used to work out in school, so say no, say I did have it, guys. I did have it. We did
Yes.
have the muscles. We used to go to class.
Yeah.
Them used to go to gym. Breathe. Come on. We used to go to class. Them used to go to gym. And then, all right. So let me tell you my part of the story. So I signed up to work at school.
Mhm.
Back then it's called the Student Relations Department. So I was sitting around in a little passage, and I saw this girl coming with wedges, ponytail, hair long down her back, and lips greasier than any kind of grease paper. Lips well greasy. Trust
Live
me.
after moist.
Yeah. She had on the HTM uniform back at UTech.
Yeah.
One you take Venado.
Big up yourself.
One
One you take.
SATM.
Uh,
Why would you take? Anyways. Breaking transition.
yeah. So I saw this girl, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. If anybody know me, I used to stutter, and this girl was hot. Hot. So I'll give a chance to play that part and catch up to where I am, and then we take it from there. Go.
No lies were told. That's how it was. You can continue.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, we met at school.
One HTM, Karina.
We met at school. I think we met in second year or third year.
Second.
We met in second year, and we were both working within the same department at school, which is student relations. But it's almost like every time between our classes, we just kind of wanted to be around each
No,
other.
him one they around me.
Right.
One.
Yeah, my sister.
Watch correction.
All right, so I just want to put this big disclaimer for all the women who are on the chat, for all the women who are online, who you think that because you are all that the man cannot be drawing you guys, gonna need to speak the truth. Ocean, please tell the people them who are online that they need to meet the truth. They need to tell the truth. When man look good, man look good. I just leave it there. Man look good too. Because I used to go to my gym, I used to work out. I used to go to my gym, I used to work out. I used to walk on with tight shirt at school, and I
Yeah.
that makes like me. I that makes like because me could dress. I used to
I saw the
stammer.
potential, guys. I saw the potential.
Me could dress. Me could dress. I used to stammer, so I must something
Yeah.
dry. I
It's the
must something.
muscles.
So, hey,
Sorry,
one
guys.
thing,
Sorry. Over to
Actually,
you. I'm sorry. Over to you. Sorry. Over to you.
well, this is the first time I think I've heard the story.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not like this because me know so I make sure you take and then. So from meeting, how did you? What was the approach to say, oh, this is the girl that I want, and from knowing that, what was the approach to know that this is the girl that I want to spend my life with?
Okay. So you want me to take that first part?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So, as I said before, between classes, we were always in each other's company. When I met her, she had just come out of a relationship. Um, when I met her, I was in a relationship. Um,
Oh.
things, things got so bad at the beginning that the guy who she was with cornered me a halfway through and ready to fight me because him see me and him girl I walk around school and him,
Ex-girl.
sorry, his ex-girl I walk around school. And if anybody know me in the chat, me no know how to fight to save my life. I am just 6'2", very tall with muscles. But if anybody get to know me, I don't know how to fight
But now
or
you make
curse.
everybody know.
Yeah, sorry. No, but no,
So
but
this
no,
is
but that's the freak.
interesting.
I've never been a fighter. I've always been the one to talk my way out of a situation. And of course, I
Yes.
talk my way out of that situation because the guy come and like the guy said, him no want me to talk to him girl. By then, ex, but him no want me to talk to him girl. And at that time, I had a cousin that was living with me. So I was a 6'2" one, uh, uh, um, weighing over 200 pounds, and my little cousin at this height step in front of the guy and say, "Yo, you know we are talking to." See me here. See me here
Hey,
because I don't know how to deal with confrontation. So
Yeah.
that is kind of how the early days for me started. But we spent time together during classes. Spent time together. I mean, I knew that I liked her very quickly. I mean, my eyes, I might want glasses now, but I know when pretty sure. I mean,
Yeah.
know when pretty sure. And this girl was pretty. I wanted to be around her. I just every minute during class. I hope none of my teachers are on or my parents. Sometimes even during class, I think about her and I say, can't wait to look beside her. Sometimes I would just be staring at her to like, ah, oh, no, guys, I'm telling the truth. So that I hope that she tells the truth and we can both be set free because the truth
So set you
is
free.
free. Man. In,
So yes,
insert
Manda,
anything.
your time.
speak your
Yeah,
truth, Amanda.
Um, well, for me, like Jay said, I was just ending up well. Mentally, I was out, but physically, I took a longer time. But anyways, but once that was ended, I remember walking to class one day. I was like, praying to the Lord and walking. I was like, Lord, the next person I Mr. Lord, I don't want to meet no other man unless it's him is my husband.
Right.
So we met. So, the little muscle them catch my eye. Oh, the muscle catch my
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Man, they look good, but at the muscle. Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you just repeat that last
The
one?
man
Man,
did.
No.
man,
Still, still.
Right. Yes. So we met. Mr. Myra here was smitten. What can I say?
Yes.
So over time, after talking and spending time with each other,
You
we
got
were
smitten.
missing each other without knowing. At one point, my phone. This was it like a 3310 one of them old phone there, and him
Mm-hmm.
I cause yeah. So him did have E series them time there, and
Nokia E63, E71. You
yeah,
guys remember those days?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A
Like a
And
long
my
time
BlackBerry.
ago, but
my phone did a give problem, and he gave me his E63 to use while him use one old phone. And yes,
No, but I'm on a nice.
hello, please.
Smitten.
But you can't too. You have to hold it on little.
Yeah.
And then eventually during that time, we're like, what it told you for that?
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Just to kind of give a little bit more on that last part. So when her phone was down, we spent a day. So her phone went down, I think, the Friday night into the Saturday. So we wouldn't have had school the following day. And that Saturday, not being not being able to hear from her, it was one of the hardest days of my life because I wanted to hear from her so much.
But
That's
tell
when
me,
I that's how that's when I knew that this was
Yeah.
serious. That's
Oh
when
yeah.
I knew that, oh wow, like every minute, because of course we would have been communicating by phone. And just to give some context, she's the first one that reached out to me. She used one of those chain message scams to get into my text message
everybody says change.
so that she can draw the man that she really wants. So let me tell you, earlier in the day, I think she had asked me to pick up some kind of food for her, so she took my number, and I don't know what it was about me, but the
Mhm.
same evening, a chain message came in directly to my phone, and
Chain message, nothing special. Chain.
it was chained from
It's
her
a
heart,
chain.
and it chained right to my heart. And,
Yes.
The change from
and
my
when,
heart.
and when the chain message came in, like I felt really, guys, for the guys who are there, you feel really good because you say, hold on,
Yeah, you was this
she
now.
reach out first.
Mm.
Yeah.
What are the man I'm gonna reach out for? Because at this time, I don't really know how to look girl. Because let me tell you, I grew up in the church as the son of a leader. I was always active in the church. So if you know
Oh,
for
nice.
males, when you're active in the church and there are girls there and there's a shortage of males, naturally the girl is gonna want
To look you.
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
understand? So me never know about these intricacies of looking a girl. And I'm not being proud, I just never know about it.
Mm.
And so when I came over here now and then I realized that hold on, she sent me a message and this is a girl who I really want. And that is what kind of started the whole communication over the phone continually. But then I had what? And I think
Clara free nights recall. Today's a double day.
so guys,
Mm-hmm.
back over to
Nice.
you.
What a long story.
Oh,
Jesus, I
No,
have
no,
more
yo,
than
I lie. No, I have 8 months.
I know Jason Amanda for so long, and the first when I
Yeah,
hear
yeah, the
this,
full story.
the first when I hear this, but it's
And
really a
it's
beautiful story.
yeah, it's beautiful. And there's so much, valid points in it
Yeah.
that they shared. And it's how many years now being married?
it's eight
Let me say
years.
yes.
Almost 9. Oh no, I know, almost 9.
Okay.
Um,
Almost
and
But
nine.
we've known each other since 2010.
yeah,
So that's
Wow.
13 years.
and just to kind of plug something in here. You still hear me, right? All right, just to plug something in here. As I said before, when I met her, I I had a girlfriend at church when I met her, and when I realized how this girl made my heart jump, I knew that this was something that I've never felt before. And out of that, I said, I kind of, you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah, man, we're
Mhm.
hearing.
I kind of owed it to the other person, to be honest. So I came out with honesty and I said, I'm not feeling this anymore. Um, it was hard for me because I don't like hurting people's feelings. But
Yeah,
what I
that's
knew is that I met somebody and I wanted to be with that person. And sometimes you're gonna have to hurt some persons, or sometimes you're gonna have to disappoint some persons. But I saw what I wanted. I saw who I wanted, and to God be the glory. Years later,
Very sincere.
she's still the one I want, over and over again.
Well, we can just cry now.
YouTube, when I copyright nobody song, we don't. Yo, when I never play, still the one I want. Hey, wow, love that, bro.
Yeah,
I
like
really love that.
tears, you know?
I'm hope say
So beautiful.
any man listening can really like take these points and really, because these are some valid points. A lot of men don't really know how to do that, because reality is for me to I've been in that place where letting go was the only option, because I saw what I wanted, or I saw what I needed, or what was before my eyes. And a lot of men don't really know how to do that, so what them do, them wing it. So
And
they have two and three
yeah, them
different
double
one.
it up.
Yeah, man. So
That's true.
hope so the man them really listen. But anyways,
We're going to go
with no
into
further ado,
the
guys, we have
many
some
questions.
questions I want to get into.
Take it away.
And these are some questions we've been asking people on social media to send us questions that they want to talk about, the questions that they don't know how to ask, some unsolicited questions that they would want to know about relationships, in relationships, whether it be pertaining to a male or a female, or as a single person on a whole.
Or I
So
guess some questions too that they want persons that are actually married to answer. You know, are real answers to some real questions. So the first question is, does the size of engagement ring matter? Engagement ring or wedding ring? Or both? Does the size matter?
No, for me, I just wanted something that I like, was cute, and was neat.
Um,
And
uh,
I picked it well. We were just going, we were just scrolling because um we knew that we are gonna get married.
Right.
We went to counseling first and then got engaged.
Mhm.
So after counseling, we were scrolling through, to see pictures and say to get an idea what I like, or to
Yeah.
give Jason an idea of what I like. So I was scrolling through and I was like, all right, I like this, and this. So he chose one of, yeah.
Yeah.
For
Well, for
me,
me, oh yeah, go ahead, Jess.
for me, um, I say yes, it does matter, and I'll tell you why. I take it from this side. There are some persons who may come up on a certain culture. It's all they know. There is a demand. There is that's a very important part of the marriage equation. Yes, we know that the material things doesn't matter, but if you are a guy and you can afford it, and you realize that your woman talks about engagement ring all the time, wedding ring all the time, always going to look on those things, it just it's very important. If you love the person, stuff that are important to them, it's important to you also. My wife has never been a materialistic kind of person, and I'm not saying if a woman wants a good ring, it makes her materialistic. I'm just
Right.
saying the guys just pay attention to what the woman, her desires. She may see a ring as more important as a fancy wedding. She may want
Mm,
it, she may want it to plug more money into the ring than the wedding. So
yeah.
what? If you're a woman, whatever she wants, you have to just kind of feel out what that's like.
So it's dependent on the person then.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I think the same thing. Like Jace basically started what I was going to say.
Ah,
I think you just have to know your spouse to know what they would want, and like have these conversations so that you know exactly what the person wants. So for example, for me, I I'm a girl that loves silver jewelry. So my engagement ring was silver, but I love rose gold. And so my husband decided that he was going to get me an engagement ring and then get me a rose gold wedding band or wedding set. So it's really you just have to know your partner, because that was with us. You have some people that it was just one engagement ring and then the wedding band with it. But for us, it was two. So really and truly, I would say, as Jay said, you have to know your partner and the preference of the person to know exactly what it is that will make them happy. And we have friends that spend more money on their rings than their wedding. Yeah,
And
like
so
their exactly. So it's really, I think it's a couple's decision.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. If you don't have no money, you don't have to buy nothing expensive. As like for me personally, bro, like the engagement ring that I bought was fairly
Was
cheap
yeah.
because me just finished. Well, I was on the verge of finishing university when I actually bought the engagement ring, and I never really have no money, but me look for something that was within my budget, something that I know that she would like, something similar. And nobody never knows because
Unless you tell them, right?
right?
Exactly.
Because it looked really good. And
Yeah.
then in terms of the engagement ring, that was that, and then no, we're planning for our wedding now, so that's where I put more savings and more budget towards getting an official wedding ring that would be probably more elegant or something more durable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And then you got something too that, as I said, that I liked. Because when persons saw my ring, people used to say, is which color that? Because rose gold is not that popular in Jamaica. So like enough people say they used to
I think
gold,
about
silver.
size.
No, them just always amazed by the color
the color.
because it's not that popular.
Mhm.
And for me, it meant the world that it was rose gold because we really love the color. I
Well,
was
for
never,
us, it was different.
yeah,
For us, it was different. It was just it was a set. So when Jace proposed, it was the diamond part. And when we were about to get married, we just sent it to the cleaner and have the cleaner cleaned it, and we were good to go. You would know say it
Yeah.
was good as new,
Yeah.
shiny.
And up to this day, she doesn't know when the surprise for a new ring is coming, and she will never know when the
Well,
surprise.
I hope it's a red stone since my favorite head. So may I put it in my write it down. You remember it.
Oh, she write it down. It's like, it should be a what? A red
It's-
stone.
Anyways, moving right along.
A milestone. Because it's coming up to number 9, you know.
no,
Number 10 is
10
around the
in 2
corner.
years.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey. Nobody will know when it's coming. Only Jesus will
Okay,
say.
okay. All right. Between where it is. Keep
Yeah,
secret?
cool.
Okay. Right. All right. So the next question is, what was marriage like in the first year in comparison to 5 years later? So like when you guys are way over 5 years, right? So what was first year in comparison to the fifth year?
Enemies. First year enemies. Can't agree.
Saturday,
Oh,
Even when
Saturday was world.
them usually say first year honeymoon. Me not understand.
no.
Saturdays were world argument day.
Yes.
So when Friday night come, you can know say tomorrow is gonna be an argument in the morning or in the
Yes.
day. Saturdays were argument day,
Yeah.
and I think
Wow.
it was because we were two persons who were
Coming
so
together.
it's not like O'Shane. O'Shane came out of being independent. He came out of living alone.
Yeah.
For us,
But just
I came out
that
of
play a role.
yeah.
Yeah.
I came
Yeah,
I
because him
came
didn't
out
used to
of
be by himself.
but
Yeah.
so I came out of having my own room. Even when I started working, I was still in my own room with my parents. Amanda
Right.
lived also in her own space with her family, and then you take up two people and bring them together in a house and say live.
Live cause no love or no married.
And then we
Oh,
we had this we had this wrong notion going into marriage. Like Amanda had this thing to say, once she cooks, everything is good. everything is good. Once the food is there, everything is good. And the truth is, it's not good because I may not want what you're cooking today. I may want to suggest something else. I may want
Oh
to
my
say,
gosh.
can I get an extra dumpling? But no more dumpling there. And if anybody know me, I love my belly. Can I get one more dumpling? And so from my side, from my side, it was more of a situation as we were now learning to exist in the same space, and we had different backgrounds, different personalities, and those things came and they meshed and they came, and it's almost like they were like, um, fit not going on here. I'm the person who like to talk it out. Amanda's the person who like to silent it out. And then when she does unsilent, it kind of just releases like a flood. And I'm like, I'm very soft on the inside, guys. Don't let it fool you. I'm the emotional one. So she when she release how she feel, I'm gonna walk corner. I'm gonna sit down. Because I don't I'm not good at confrontation as yet. At that point, I'm not
Right.
good at confrontation. So for me, if anybody knows my father is someone who he stands back. He's not good at arguments. That's me.
So that's
I'm not good at
yeah.
arguments. So I stand back, and my wife is not giving it to me because I'm like, we should have conversation to talk it out. And when my wife ready to
Yeah.
bring the conversation, she's not gonna bring it the way how I want her to bring it. She's gonna bring it really raw, and I'm gonna be like, I'm your husband. Why you talking to me like that? But let me give her a chance to say her part.
Ah,
Yeah.
guys, for me, I was coming from a background where as morning come, you have to get up, you have to spread bed and clean, also clean. And after that, you can do whatever you want. As for Jace, he want get up, watch TV, and all manner of things. And
Sex,
I'm not used to that.
sex,
And he want
sex,
sex.
sex,
No,
sex in the
I'm not
morning,
used to that.
sex at
So
9,
when Saturday
sex
come,
at 10, and sex at 11. Sorry, go ahead, babe, go ahead.
so guys, when me wake up Saturday morning, I'm ready to spread my bed. My man I lay down and I watch TV. Like who does that?
It's Saturday.
Right?
And me have to wash for spread my bed, sweep out little, or wash clothes and my
Mm.
husband is lying in the bed and watching TV and so I thought I do her. No, sir. Mm-mm. No, that was our
Oh,
one.
Surprisingly, just a plug. Looking at my life today, I would hope for some of those mornings of laying down in bed on Saturday. But yeah, guys. So that
Yeah,
was
that was our
that was the one
year
year.
one.
That was year one.
Enemies on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Saturdays
yeah,
war.
yeah, yeah.
And
And
year
then
five, in comparison to year
Year five, me get mellow. Me not so miserable. The Lord does great
yeah,
and
yeah.
mighty
yeah,
things.
yeah.
yeah,
I have to big up God
yeah,
because
yeah. Mighty
hey,
long way.
ah, listen, the Lord has taught me
Mm-hmm.
to not be miserable. No
Mm-hmm.
make too much things affect you. The little things you can't sometimes you can't see and get past it, and other times you have to open up your mouth. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes make it peace or rain, no. So the Lord has caused me to change some of my outlooks. Right now, I'm not tell him forget about that bed for bed need for spread. Not to tell
No, trust me,
Yeah.
it's a
and
big yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, it's a big change. And like he said, he is the one that he's the talkative one. Me,
So, yeah, we live very close to a main road.
he's the talkative one. Me, you know, mga chatties, yeah, so,
No bag of chattings.
yeah.
So like
And my emotions are on my face. If my mad, you're gonna know.
yeah,
If I'm happy, you're gonna know.
yeah. She don't need
Yeah.
to hide it. Yeah,
But the Lord is continues to
yeah.
do
And
great and
I
mighty
must
things.
use this part to really highlight, how amazing she
Mm-hmm.
has been, because a big part of the marriage, the marriage process is also acknowledging when there's change. Many
Mm-hmm.
persons, you only know how to call out your spouse's wrongs and you only know how to call out their past, but you don't know how to call out the things that they're doing right now. Let me tell you, being able to identify the changes are as important as calling out the changes or calling out the stuff in day one. My wife has, um, my wife has she has been so amazing when it comes on to even know her ability to speak about what she's going through. And also for me, I have now also come to understand a little bit better that that something that can be discussed in the morning when emotions are leveled, the conversation is going to be a lot different than trying to sort it out in the middle of heat. In the middle of heat, people say things that they regret. In the middle of
Yeah.
anger,
Definitely.
people, and the thing is, when they say some stuff, you can't take it back that easily. I mean, while
That's
we're
definitely.
angry, we release things that we may not even mean. So, so I think for me, my 5 year lesson, know when to talk about things that need to change. And
Yeah.
I think for her, it's not just showing the emotion, but it's also important to talk about the emotion so things can be addressed.
Yeah, and because both of you coming from different backgrounds, these are two backgrounds gelling, so you have to find a middle ground.
Yep.
And
Definitely.
um, I had weaknesses. I still have weaknesses.
We both do.
Yes, we both do. But Jace has called me out on so many, and sometimes it at me, sometimes it bite me, man. And sometimes you know I hear it, guys. But sometimes me
Yeah.
have to just go hold a chair and lap me tail and just
Yeah.
one of me and say, oh, I chew him attack, and sometimes I not got him and say, I chew him attacking about yeah, yeah. So, so it is said that opposites attract, and so where I fall short, it happens that he is strong in that area, so
Yeah.
he helps. So he's the talker, I'm not. He is the one that is out there for me, not so much. I'm more reserved. So we level each other, and there are some times when Jace will care about he, she, and the old lady, and sometimes I say like they need to let go some things, and sometimes I say rough it up, and I say well, just stop.
Yeah.
So, so we compliment each other, we call out each other when things no right, look right and whatever, and we've learned to 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 coexist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That's a
and
good
just
thing.
to add this last part, the year one versus year five, and still working on it here in year eight. Year one, you call out the issues, but and in that same year, you want to change the person. No, I've learned that the things that you want to see, you surrender it to God. It means that God is a critical part of a functional marriage that works and a marriage that's growing, having
Yeah.
God at the center of
So
it all. There are times when myself and Amanda were going through things and I'll cry. I'll cry to God. I'll cry to God. And because I know if I go to her, I'm going to be coming with something to change her. And that's not how marriage works. I run to God and I say, Lord, not only is it that if there's something that she needs help with, help her, but maybe there's something that I need help with. And because I am putting up my guard, I don't realize that I'm the one who needs to be processed through that
yeah.
thing. And the Lord will bring it to
True.
light. The Lord will say, it is affecting you so much because of XYZ in you. You're like, oh, okay, all right, God. In that case, help me to work. Help me. So be careful how you're calling out the other person's flaws. Ensure that you go to God and allow Him to reveal what are your flaws, because
Yeah.
we all have flaws. Yeah.
And to make a
Yeah.
little plug here, guys,
Yeah.
this is why it's important. We don't want to take over on the things,
No
but
one. Continue.
but God, just drop this in the spirit. Anyway, that is it's important. Um, you see that whole thing of being unequally yoked. Yeah, we're not have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
How can
It's,
two walk lest they agree?
That's a true.
So,
That's a very true.
so first of all, like we said, God is the center. At our wedding, that was our song. Not to dance to, but yeah, the ceremony part, Jesus be the center of it all.
yeah.
And Jesus wasn't the center of it all. When Jesus pray, or me I pray, and Jesus is not the center of me, but he's the center of Jesus. Me not listen to him when he ma come to me, and I'm not gonna listen.
Yeah.
Me, I
Wow,
will
that's
like one and him, I will feel more, whatever it is. So it's important to have Jesus at the center. Know what y'all are about, and know that your spouse genuinely loves you and
Yeah.
is gonna point out the issues, and you need to be in a position to also receive and to take it in a loving, respectful manner.
Yeah.
The
That's
Lord bless you and keep you, because this is
well, you guys dropped so much
gems
like
and all of that. Yeah, man.
important gems in that because many people think that, as I said, it's stereotypical to say first year is the honeymoon phase. And people make it seem like, yeah, you're going to all be in love and each other and all jolly and all of that. And
Not for me,
we did
Angela.
it
not
was
experience that. Sorry.
was not that for us either. It was very rough. And as Amanda rightfully say, it's really because of various backgrounds coming together, different disciplines, different beliefs in some things, not beliefs in like God. I mean, belief in, as Amanda said, on a Saturday morning, all of that. And guys, I just want to say this here, everybody own looks different because for us it was never the toothpaste or the squeeze in a toothpaste or even that what is Amanda. It was never that because like for me I'm chilled and O'Shane chill. So when it come on to like house stuff, we don't have that problem. But it's the attitude there, that
Yeah,
was our problem.
yeah. I know that. I know that.
Behavior, that was really our problem. So it not necessarily have to be like Amanda's story, our story, but just guys just have an open mind that marriage takes time because it's no longer we're dating and the date finish and you gone home and when go a different place. So even if we need to have a little argument on the Europe and fix it because
Mhm.
we're not gonna talk over the phone. No, you live together every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So
That is it.
another question is, was it easy to express your sexual needs to your partner in the initial stage of the marriage?
Hey, this
That's
is
so
not my real face.
I'll let Amanda go first. I have so much to say.
Sometimes me still never know. Till today, sometimes I still never know. Um, Sometimes I know what I want, and other times me don't know. And
Right.
sometimes must say tonight, today, this more is this more want. And other times me don't know. I mean we take what we get. And other times me will say it's a quickie. It's a quickie day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
exactly.
but
Yeah.
but um was it easy? I would say in the parts where, like Jamila said, it was a honeymoon. It was a honeymoon, lovey-dovey. Yeah, and every touch and everything just right.
Mhm.
But then after a while, me don't want to say it gets stale, but you come off of the honeymoon.
Yeah. And the real
Huh?
life
You come right down and ground on earth. No, sometimes I know, sometimes I don't know.
Oh, God, so it's hard to
Um,
choose. Hard to.
Yeah.
for
Jess.
me, I had a I had a different kind of start.
Every day, all day,
I,
24
I,
hours. Oh, sorry.
um, when I was younger, I used to be hooked to porn, and it's something that the Lord had to deliver me from. But it planted some things in my mind that was lies, and
Mm,
it it took me years. It took me years to actually,
yes.
process a lot of those things. So of course, going into marriage, in high school and university, I mean, that was what I believe I was hooked on. That was my, I believe, that's one of that was one of the main things that the enemy had me bound in, and because of that, and I hope that it is also encouraging someone who is
Right.
out there also who you may have been hooked on this for years. Um, Even when the Lord delivers you through it, you're gonna have to be processed from it.
Right.
Wow.
And that
Powerful.
is something that gave me a wrong idea of what sex looks like. So for me, I thought that sex was something that as soon as you finish,
You
you
go like,
roll over, you drink some water, and you go again.
oh
Because
my
that is what I thought it was like. And it took me a long time to think about. I mean, I used to think that like older person used to say, say it can't done right. In my own mind, it might done tomorrow. You have to do all like tonight. When it's all done. When it's done,
Stop.
you have to get it all
Listen,
in.
after today, they are same way. Sometime him call him say, yes, we have to do it until we reach 16. Okay, no, when we reach 30, nothing can. So we have to done it,
Yeah. The, the, I think the difference is that where we are now is on, I believe, the healthier side of why. Why?
Yeah.
For me, I'm captivated by my wife. I want her all the time, and there's nothing at all that can. Guess what? If I go on a shoot, if I go on a video shoot or a photo shoot, I could be I could be half dead. I still want peace. My wife, my wife, if she has cooked and she's tired,
Mid-time
she can be like tomorrow. For me,
next year. That's
what
good.
I, what I could have sleep and still want peace.
Him could have sickness again.
Come on,
Could
kid. When you never tired.
could
Mm-mm. Never
have
tired for you.
and
I'm glad so Jesus talking.
yeah.
When
So,
never tired.
so
When you can't tired.
even up to so well, how it started was from a place of negative. It was a negative background, based on something that I was hooked on for years. But today, I feel like, hey, I want this woman. When? Today, and the next 5 minutes. And I may
Yeah.
want her in an hour from now. And
Yeah.
before, I used to wonder to myself, no, I have no apology. I have no apology for wanting her all the time. My God, thank you, Jesus, for the blessing that you've given me. Hello, there are men out there.
Jeez.
There are men out there who, sorry, me have to talk. There are men out there who cannot get it up in the name of Jesus. There are men out there who cannot. So we will celebrate. I don't want to preach in this place. Babes, go on. You talk.
I
I
need
will
to get a clap.
celebrate the blessing of the Lord.
Amen.
Go ahead, guys. Back over to you.
All
So
right.
yeah,
No, it cannot
I need
work.
to get
When
another
we're
clap.
tired, when we
So,
when we
Jesus
when
on
we
this
can't
man.
cook in and everything and we're tired, we don't have no desire for sex.
FYI, guys, I just want you to know I'm a stay-at-home dad, so I wash sometimes and I cook. Well, not cook, but I clean many times. But me, it doesn't really matter. If I clean, I just want
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
want.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want and I want and I
Jesus
want.
help,
And
help.
we want, hey,
I'm a preaching wife. I'm a
man.
preaching wife. Back
But
over to you
Jesus,
guys.
that Jesus is something that really stood out.
the process.
A lot of men, I believe, we have similar struggles as it relates to pornography,
Yeah.
and we have a lot of theory or our own mindset of how we think sex should be, and I think that that is one of the reasons why men too have a lot of different partners because um comparing one's partner to a next, you're not getting the feel or what you just see online or something like that for give that thrill and stuff like that. But the reality is pornography is acting.
Yeah.
And a lot of time
Yep. I think
um,
that's what is missed out of it. It's
mhm,
acting, yeah.
Because they don't know, they don't know that it's acting. They don't know that it's also oftentimes done against the female's will because is sex, what them call it, sex slavery or whatever.
Yeah.
mhm.
And the emotional trauma that people go through because of all of this. Them not see the disease. Them not see
Yeah.
um the spiritual aspect of it.
Of
What?
it. Yeah.
And also, so if you would allow me, I know that it's marriage talk. If you would allow me, I would really, love to pray a quick prayer for those persons who are still under the enemy's hand as it relates to pornography. You're hooked on it. And I just want to say, if you're someone who is listening, if you're hooked on it and your spouse doesn't know, it means that you have no accountability. And if you have no accountability, it means that you keep on doing it. One of the
Wow.
steps that I took, and this is when I drew closer to God, I made my wife know about my weakness. I made
Yeah.
her aware. So therefore, I now have accountability. There are many of us who are still stuck in it because we're not willing to share it. And
Mhm.
even if you're watching and you're bound, if you're bound to that thing, even right now, I pray that the Lord will grant you freedom. I pray that you will be pulled from that life. And I pray that your mind will begin to be renewed. Romans 12:2. I pray that your mind will find the thing detestable. Your mind will find and realize that these are God's people and these are God's children. And we pray that even right now, that the enemy's hands that has been on you over this area, his hands, will begin to be removed because even the angels are being released to assist you as it relates to this area of your life. Your mind shall be renewed. Your mind shall be renewed. Your focus shall be renewed. And the Lord will grab you away from that thing. In Jesus' name. Amen and
And
amen.
And I
Amen.
want to also say to whether it be wife, girlfriend, or um a friend or a counselor, whatever. It's not your job. It's not your job to judge.
no.
The person
Wow.
would have come to you in confidence, and your job is not to judge, but to assist in prayer and to assist them in getting out of this bondage, because it is really it's a mental and it's also a physical bondage, and it will affect your relationship.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
That is so powerful.
Yeah, but I think quickly when persons become a couple, they'll know and they will realize too that there is a lot of things that will come up that you cannot judge your partner about. And I think we have I think maybe next week we will be talking about trauma, because a lot of times partners come together with past trauma and just issues of the past that is now affecting the relationship. And as Amanda rightfully say, it's gonna affect it. Best believe. You
I
might
don't
think
think sometimes, I think we
Yeah,
all
we
come with
all
trauma.
come with our
We all
baggage.
come with trauma.
exactly,
Exactly.
exactly. And it's so important for you to, you know, break down those things, break down those barriers, and become whole and become healthy.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
and
So
and prayer alone won't. Let me
no.
not say prayer alone. It takes
Next.
prayer
Mhm.
and I leave it there. Prayer and
And prayer and
Yeah. The next question is, how do you guys deal with your social life as a couple and individually? So how do you separate your social life from your relationship?
um. Well, Jace knows my people, and I know Jace people,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and we are, as much as we're married, we're also individuals. And there are times when one come out of Jace space little, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody give up your friend because you're married.
Yeah.
Me know say I know that you ask, but anyway,
No, that's important because it's a social life.
right. So when is friends time and outside time, that is it.
Yeah,
And when is me and Jay's time, that is it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Once upon a time, and sometimes because of work, sometimes because of the other job after the 9 to 5, or the other job where we don't know what we call it now, comes in the mix and messes up things. But usually Friday would be our family time, and that is when the phone put on and it's just us, whether we go on a date, whether we watch a movie, we skin teeth, eat some popcorn and whatever. But
yeah,
it's balanced. There is us time and there's social time, and there is another time when we're all in the same social circle.
right.
So it's a balance. Make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amanda said something about the social space. It's important to also keep your friends. And what when she said that, something came up in my heart, and there are some persons also that, because you're married, there are some friendships and
You're gonna
social groups
lose
that
it.
you need to step away from.
True.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the other side of it.
That's true.
And that girlfriend from high school, that girlfriend from university, that that person who you know is not healthy for your
Yeah.
marriage, you need to learn how to step away from those also, because
The
at the end,
persons that speak ill of your spouse too.
that
Yeah. Oh,
how
for
can
sure.
somebody speak ill
I say your friend.
of
Oh,
the
for
person
sure.
How dear.
who you are going to spend the rest of your life with?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's important to understand that marriage is ordained by God.
Mm-hmm.
It means that when I just started, always been in the church. So when I just started, I think I was out a lot. I mean, I was speaking here, speaking there. Then the media job came in and all of that. And I think the Lord had to just slow me down. The Lord
Yeah.
had to slow me down. It's not that I wasn't doing His work, and I want somebody to hear this, because you who you're using excuse because you're doing the Lord's work. It's not that the Lord doesn't want you to do the work. It's just that the Lord expects you to become mature sons, and
And
mature sons know how to steward your home.
Ah.
Mature sons know how to steward your home. It means that your no is as important as your yes.
Wow.
So,
we
so
had to learn that, so I know.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, keep your social circles alive, keep your married circle
Balance.
alive, find that balance. But yeah,
And to the people that are out there, where your work pretty much starts around 6 o'clock. Because you have to get up, you have to get ready, and you have to whether you go on taxi or you drive and you reach at work and you come home and you can't back work stress you and tired and kick it on and back it on. And you come home and can't come put it by your husband. Left it at work.
Yeah,
Left
true.
it at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
and the
Thanks for
flip
that.
side, the flip side to that also, when she comes home with the work, be that be that chest that she can lay down on to tell you about how horrible the day was. Work was
Yeah.
stressful today. Yes, babes, tell me about it. You know that this person never. Oh boy, babes, I wonder why. And be in the moment. Be in the moment
Yes.
with them. You want to know
Listen.
why? If you don't listen,
Somebody
Somebody
will
somebody
will.
else is
yeah.
gonna listen.
That's
Hello?
me.
Cool.
Say it
Yep.
again, but those in the back.
If you don't listen, someone else will listen.
Yeah, it's true. As Amanda rightfully said, that's something that we probably started before marriage, just before marriage, where we introduced all our friends. So everybody a friend. So it made it a little bit easier, look punches. A little bit easier. But
Maybe
when
that's
we
a national
are
TV.
Oh,
when we are
Good
going
one, yes.
out and stuff like that. So it's not awkward or whatever. And then at the same time, like if I would say to my Oshane that I'm going out with Amanda, Oshane now say, who name Amanda? Where she come from? Like we,
true.
we try to include or integrate. So even if Oshane doesn't know the person, he knows of the person. And then we balance it out. He goes out sometime with meals and chill and whatever, and then sometimes it's all of us. And funny enough, our family night is also Friday night. So that's when we spend our time now together.
Yeah, and I know that there are times when Jason and man them gonna road. Jason
Joe,
Oshi.
Jason,
No,
who them?
friends
Yeah.
that are guys.
Correction, please.
Yeah. And then push me out of my house and we have to go other place.
Yeah.
Go friend. I'll find
Yeah.
friend and talk to friend because he needs
Oh,
to
it's
have
over
it.
on there.
Boy, time.
Right. Yes. So we have
And
another question is how long in the relationship should you talk about finance?
from before the relationship, marriage.
Right. Right.
Listen, if you have student loan, me need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you have car loan, me need to know.
Yeah. Because we need to know what we're going into.
Yes. If you need to do your every week, me not trying to shade for my friend. Every week you're I go 10 grand. Me need to know. And if you're a nails person and your nails need to do every 2 weeks, me need to know.
Period. Period.
I need to know.
And if you like jacket and you love shoes, me need to know.
That's
Me need
true.
to know what time money I go.
Yeah. That's
So we
true.
need to talk about it before, and we need to talk about it after, and we need to talk about it during because things change.
Change.
We're
Wow.
coming together and you have a student loan. The two of we have a student loan.
That's true.
Same thing with the car loan and whatever it is. So we have to talk about it before and
During.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just also want to share this because sharing, you don't know who is going through what you went through. Um, I think I went through some level of depression over finances. As a man, I believe I went through some levels of depression over my finances. In a state where I believe I became stressed. I was not starving. We were not starving. We always had money put down somewhere. It's just this. I just became scared that what if I'm not able to provide? And us as men, we like to take on this. It's a solo mentality, but you are with somebody. You like to take on this thing to say you want to, but your spouse is being left out of the equation, and your spouse want to be a part of what needs to happen. And for me, there were days when I couldn't sleep. Why? I was worried about money. Looking
Wow.
at looking back at it now, no matter it was under a mattress, but there was some account somewhere that had money. But I couldn't sleep because I was stressing over money. I didn't
Crazy.
involve my wife in how I was feeling. And it's when I involved her, she kind of made me understand that I wasn't in this together and I needed to open and I think that was a big deliverance all by itself without me actually knowing. I wanted to be in charge because I'm the man. But can I tell you something? I believe a big part of being a mature man is also being able to let in persons to help. And the Lord has given you help, the Lord has given you partnership, but many times we want to run things by ourselves. We need to grab onto the partnership that He has given us. The person may not be able to give you money, but the person is able to say, why not do X, Y, Z? Because many times as men, when it comes to money, sometimes we not think right. Sometimes we are so slow. Sometimes we're not thinking straight. And we need our beautiful other person to say, why not cover this bill tomorrow and then cover the next one a month time? Why are you trying to cover everything right now?
Right.
So managing your finances is something that you should start discussing from early. And a man, because this is most times a man issue. So that's the reason why I'm calling on us men. We need to be willing to open up about our finances. And being open about your finances is also very critical. So for all of those men who have an offshore account hidden from your wife, okay,
Okay.
Okay.
And the wives that have it too.
and the wife
What did I say? I
and the
don't
wives have an account hidden from your husband, thinking about a rainy day. Let me tell you something. When it's your rainy day, it's their rainy day. When it's their rainy day, it's your rainy day. It's never your only rainy day. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to say, Jamila, alluded to it and Jace too in the beginning that what works for you or what works for somebody else doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna work for you. So
Yeah.
find what works for you. Sometimes in the relationship the man is better at money or the woman is, and not every time the woman good at money.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
the woman has that spendthrift. And you see Sheen,
If you have
you
Sheen
see
for your
Sheen
phone,
cat,
and
Lord
she
Jesus.
can manage
You
for
see
your
Amazon, you see Amazon.
Yeah,
yeah, it's true.
I true, yes. Sis.
guys. Sometimes, as I know,
Sometimes you ever get banned.
I'm a stay-at-home dad. Sometimes package just a come left, right, and center. Them a come and them a come, and as someone come and someone next come. I'm ever say, if me see another package coming here for the next 3 months, if I see another package coming here
Yeah,
for the next 3 months,
right.
sometimes people just know yesterday week.
But wives, females, you have to be smart about it. You have to make sure two shirts in there, two jeans, and even you have to make it balance. Everything can never come to
Balance
you.
it out. Yeah.
Balance it out. So, like I was saying, guys, if the man is better at the finances, let the man deal with it. And if the
Yeah.
woman is better, then allow the female
Yeah, trust the
It's
to
person.
do with it, to deal with it. In when Jesus was a boy, the man them usually come home and then give them wife the check and the wife do everything. No, me don't know if that happen.
Yes, boy.
It
yeah,
happen.
it's true.
Somebody tell me in the comments if it still happen.
No,
Yeah.
everybody
Or
work.
some people put the two monies together and we budget and we say this is for this,
Yeah.
this are you deal with this, these are yours to deal with every month, this are mine to deal with. And
Yeah.
that is it. Do what works for you.
Um,
Figure out what works for you and work it.
That's true.
Mhm.
just an additional point. Um, you're if you're the one who manages money, your wife or your husband, they're not your child.
Yeah.
Please stop trying to budget every single cent for them. Please, please, I'm begging you. Oh,
Yeah.
so where is 5,000 I go? Yeah, 5,000 left after the
Yeah.
bills. Who cares where it's going? I mean,
I need an
yeah,
ice
you
cream.
have some persons who they want
I
to
need a
budget.
lip gloss.
They want to budget down to the very T. Please allow your spouse a little miscellaneous money.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to go under them here and surprise you. Maybe they want to buy something for you and surprise you. Please don't try.
Exactly.
Please don't try to money manage every part of your spouse.
I'm going
Please.
work hard. I work
Except
hard.
that's true.
I can buy a blouse and I can buy a shoes and I can buy a handbag. I need to say me I work, but I can't go to bills and JPS and NWC and grab for me. No,
Yeah.
That's
sir.
true. That's
That
true.
is
I mean,
true.
you're so passionate. Oh my God.
I mean,
Hallelujah.
But I mean, I'm happy. Well, Oshane can add after. I'm happy Amanda said that about sometimes it's the male because in our relationship, Oshane is really the finance person. It's weird. He's more practical as it relates to like making long-term decisions and all of that. But as Jace rightfully said, two is better than one. So sometimes I'd say, babe, I think we should do this instead. So you have to really know what works for you because while he's better at the money management, there are moments that I have to say, babe, let's live in the moment. Don't
yeah,
don't
live for now. Yeah, no, if tomorrow I live.
run. Let's
Yeah.
do it now. So you have
Enough
to
of that
really
again.
know how to balance things. And
Yeah.
sometimes, as men, as Jace rightfully said, males think about the future a lot. They want to know that 10 years from now, they can still provide for you and stuff like that. So you have to trust that too to say, okay, all right, so instead of we saving 40, let's save 30 and we use 10 to go and, live now. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. I really wanted to allude to what Jace had said because that was something that I was dealing with too, bro, at one point, and it kind of actually affected our relationship in a sense that because I was so focused like on ensuring that our future is secured financially that I didn't realize that it was pulling us
Apart.
apart basically in a sense like and it wasn't even though it wasn't really a bad thing because as men as a rightfully said we want to ensure that we're playing our part society have it say well the bible says that the man is the head of the house and over the years society make it seem that if a man can't provide
He's
then
not a
he's
man.
not a man and I
He's a
mean, so
what?
Mess.
Menke.
So man want to always be in a position that he can. And for me personally, I wanted to always be in a position where if my wife say she wants something, I can make sure say me can find it or afford it and want comfort in our relationship. So anything we need, we can get it. And as I say, we can sleep comfortable knowing that 10 years down the line, we can still be all right. And I think that was something that we did struggle with, like really struggle with. And I think we had to do like counseling about it too, as well, because it was something that really affected me mentally. And like every time I feel like me reach a point where
The money I go do.
my money I go down is like I start think away. And then because even like sometimes even
And then you make it caught up in doing so much work.
right
Yeah, the
that's
choice with
definitely
that.
true, guys. You realize they start going a bit later because the work for client for like also have creative jobs or work outside our 9 to 5 and stuff like that. We try to make sure that we always have something to
In the
come.
work. The work
It
for me.
used to affect me because well for me personally, when I go grocery shopping and realize say, all right,
It was the worst.
that bill here come to 40,000, 50,000. I mean I say, what we are buying so?
Amanda, they used to eat for go supermarket. We have when we talk about Saturday morning arguments, that was our argument. Supermarket. Like every time we go supermarket, the two we come out to. One day one side, one day the other side. Always I argue.
We're going to price mart. I'll come out sometime and I said, Jesus, maybe sometimes so till at one point, like in the latter part, me used to just give Jamila the card and then me not even look on the receipt.
But we've come a long way.
I want to say, guys, though, that a big part of the finances is your time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and that's something that
we pay
Make
first.
sure that part that you know.
You have to pay that first.
And if you can pay more.
Yeah, it's true.
That's something that Jamila more adamant than I is regarding the ties because she makes sure so it pay, and that's something that I really big her up.
No, I have to pay tithes. All right. So our final question. I think we spoke about it before.
But before that, guys,
oh,
for everyone watching, if you have any questions you want us to answer, because we're wrapping up now,
you can ask
question, you can just drop those questions in the comment and we'll try our best to answer them. And we want to encourage everybody to subscribe. The information that we've been sharing and has been so impactful to me. And I've gained a lot of knowledge hearing based on the past 2 weeks. This is our third episode, and I want to encourage everybody just to spread the word. If you like what's going on now, I want you to leave a like on this video right now, and I want you to subscribe and share it with a friend. You can listen it while you're driving, you can listen it while you're at home chilling, or anything. All right, let's go. Final question.
Yes, I was saying we would have spoken about it earlier, but let me just say it. It says, how do couples living together share responsibilities and duties? That's what I was saying. I think we spoke about that a little bit here and there earlier, but
Well,
like that.
Yes. Coming into marriage, me not just not like I am.
Still not like
What we
that.
not like.
Still not like I am. I am come from hell.
So
Sometimes
sometimes
Crush up shirt must wear.
me try find something in my closet when I have to press. And then sometimes when I can't get around it, I have to press it and don't just come with it. You can't press.
Hey guys, I get jealous when I see her find something under the
The closet.
no ironing.
when I need the ironing, I have to iron. I want the worst feeling ever.
But um each person have them strengths and them weakness. So
Yeah.
whatever you good in, do it. If you're good in
Yeah.
a cooking, you do the cooking, and if you're good in the washing, you do the washing.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, the person who will love cook would like to taste the other one hand. You know, one, no one, two, one, three, and more. Yeah. So make sure that you get involved. I mean, and every time me want cooking, but every time when me hear my husband say, "Babes, you put your
Food.
foot in at this man," I feel nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever your strengths are, do it. And sometimes, let me not say sometimes, it's good to also share in whatever you're doing, because that's also a part of
Yeah.
understanding each other and bonding and
Yeah.
talking about what upsets you, what makes you happy, and whatever. When you sweep and you bend down and oh
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk truth, yeah, sister. Talk truth,
Yeah.
because a lot of females don't do them something there for them
Yeah.
husband.
Yes, it's true.
Guys, I could be in the worst mood ever. I could be upset at her ever. I could be in the middle of doing work ever. If she tried to pick up something, this is me around the laptop.
What's going on there?
Talk
I
truth,
mean, I,
Worse, if me have an address.
Yeah.
And which part we're not going at the long skirt?
Yeah.
man.
We clean
Mm.
and do.
Yeah.
Which
We're not
part?
going at it. We're not at
I don't want know to.
oh, she can't see nobody see. Oh, she can't see nobody see. Oh, she,
True,
it.
man.
And when you end up set up. Yeah, have to set it up later, man. Set it up later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look pretty
Yeah,
there. Oh.
yeah. All the good times, so.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And guys, give
Naga,
your
about.
give your give your other half hints. Give her hints. When my wife step out in some things, I'll give her hints to say, "Wow, I love that." When I buy one for you, me no know where it sell, but one thing me know that she'll buy one more. Why? Cause husband
Yeah.
love to see her in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, give
Exactly.
them feedback. Let me tell you, your woman, she loves your feedback. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that bra fits you so good. That tight, where you get that the from? Sheen said that too. Buy one more pan Sheen. How much it cost?
Me would pay for
Me be
three.
pay for three.
Yeah.
And then you see when the box
Sometimes
come in,
I
you
have
don't have
the
no
money and the
problem.
buy it myself too, bro.
True.
Shell,
But
shell.
to jump back to your question, for us things kind of changed because during COVID I moved to work from home and I have been working from home since COVID.
Yeah.
So I don't like wash. I don't like. I don't like no. I, I don't like. Here, I don't like. Um, what I do like to do is to make my fruit smoothie and to go around my laptop. That's what I like. But
Yes.
marriage has taught me to step out of things that
What?
you like
Mm,
because you want the other person to it's love. Love pushes you to do things. So like for example, I find myself like a stay-at-home dad, I sweep up my yard, a morning time, me I wash, I'm doing this. Those are stuff that my wife would maybe
Now do the cooking part, but you make
no,
clean.
no,
yeah.
no. Well,
Yeah.
yes. She's at work. She leaves early in the morning, so I have to prepare my own breakfast and stuff. And then we're not heavy eaters at in the evenings either. And
Yeah.
for all of those wives who you're cooking your husband's dinner at 9 p.m. and allowing him to eat at 9 p.m. before he goes to his bed, trust me,
Cut it off.
get ready for your big belly husband. No, cut it out. Please, the both of you need to take your health. And I know this wasn't a part of the question. I'm sorry. The both of you need to take your health seriously. Start from now. Don't wait until 20 years in a marriage. You guys come
Yes.
to an agreement, and every now and then you may still go out late in the night and get some ice cream. Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look at her. She don't want ice cream right now. But back to the question again, share the responsibility. If you know that you're stronger in a particular area, volunteer to do it. But surprise your spouse by doing something else every now and then.
Yeah.
And then
Um.
you can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm,
want to,
I'm gonna
as
get
we,
to
as,
okay.
yeah, as we wrap up, I want to quickly add to that, because that is something that I am kind of passionate about, especially for females. When myself and O'Shane started dating, um, I remember having a conversation with his mom. I know that she's watching. Big up yourself, mom. That listen, this girl is not the household girl. This girl,
Wow.
I like wash, cook, clean, no household. That's not me. I can give your son everything else but that. And that yet again was because of background. I was taught to do everything. However, I would have, from I was about 18 or so, I have always been busy in church and school and doing this and that. And I lived with my parents, my mother that loves to cook, and parents, you can't clean for a bathroom like she, and some stuff like that. And then at one point too, I live with my grandmother. So living with my mother and my grandmother, they did everything. Let's just say I was raised spoiled, but they taught me to do everything, right? And so my husband was very gracious. It's like he allowed me to just grow into doing chores and all of that. Like he never said, Jamila, I said the bathroom now.
Ocean.
I'm not clean it. Yeah, no. He even when we just got married, he taught me to cook some stuff. Of course, now me do all of the cooking 95% of the time.
What?
Unless I said to him, oh,
I
unless
would
he
have never
I would
guessed.
have never saw that coming.
I never saw that. That one that
I've
licked me
never
for six.
seen that coming.
That one that licked me for six.
Jam jam.
it's a miracle. It's a miracle. But like, or as Jace rightfully said, like if he sees that I'm busy studying or doing something, he'll go and cook. Or if he knows that I'm having like a bad day or whatever, I don't have to say, oh Shane, he'll go and do it. So it's really sharing. Like I remember one day, twice recently, I would have been cleaning and my Justin go clean the bathroom without me having to ask him. So it is, you guys have to realize that you're a partnership. It's not a one man thing, it's both of you. So yes, you have moments when O'Shane doing his regular job and our business and him just not have the time, and I'll do everything, and that's okay. You just have to know that it's a partnership and you both will play a role in it, and you should always allow your partner to know that you're a part of it, even if it's your weakness. You still make an attempt to do. And like with cleaning, I have terrible asthma and sinus, so sometimes he'll do it, and if I do it, him will come and say, oh, you feel it, take your pump, because he knows. So even if you ended up doing it, just the support from your partner means a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I think
And just to add, it's a little bit off topic, but just to add, your bedtime, your cuddle time is as important as your sleep time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
Sometimes you just go into bed and you think that. So these days, I factor in my cuddle time in my schedule. Um, you're gonna want to talk about something, and it's gonna come up in the bedroom. It's gonna come up while you're cuddling, and sometimes you just want to cuddle. Especially those who you have busy jobs. Be intentional about your
I
skin
will.
to skin. Be
Quiet.
intentional about your skin to skin time. And I say
Yes.
skin to skin because you should be. Can I say this on live TV?
mm,
When you're cuddling at night, you should be naked, but naked.
Yes.
You should be
Yes.
feeling the other person and becoming one, and then you can have the conversation that you need to have. But
Yes.
skin touching skin first. I mean, can I say that on live
You
TV?
said it already.
I
of
said,
course,
Yes.
can
man.
Yes.
like guys, and
Fine.
be intentional about your sex time. Your
Yeah.
sex is sex between each other is very important. So if you
It's
find that you're not doing it as much, find something to spark that relationship. Find a way. Maybe she's working too much. So man, step in, help a little. And maybe the both of you just need to get away.
Yeah.
Get away. It doesn't matter how much it's gonna cost right now. I know it's gonna take out some of your budget, but let me tell you, your marriage depends on it.
And it doesn't
Yes.
have to be a 5-star. It doesn't have to be all
Yes.
inclusive.
No.
Gustaza is there and Brata is there.
Yeah.
3 days, 2 nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be intentional about your time together. It's not only about getting up and saying that you're married. You have to be married. And to be married, you have to be intentional. Even there are days when you don't feel like it. And these, well, I can only talk about the men for right now. It's not all the time you must take shortcut. Marriage was not made for only quickies. Take your
Yes.
time and kiss up every part of her body.
Of course.
From the crown of her head to the sole of her feet, you kiss up that body until that body, let that body know your signature. Let
Yeah.
that body know your signature.
Leave your mark.
Don't,
Amen.
I leave it there. I will leave it there.
I love it.
Yeah, man. I think
I
that's
love that.
I think that's where we should end this.
Yes.
Leave it right there, so leave your signature.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
What
man.
a
What a
conversation.
conversation.
Me learned whole heap of stuff.
Yeah, man, it was very insightful. Very,
Yeah.
very insightful. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everybody who's watching, I hope you enjoyed it. And as I said before, if you do, I pray that I pray. I'm asking you to like,
share.
share, and subscribe as we are on the road to 500 subscribers now.
Yes.
We just started last month and we're doing good so far. And
Good
we're
stuff.
glad for the support.
Yes. Them said that them need about the
I'm
marriage.
proud. I'm
We have
proud.
forgot marriage. Yeah, we have forgot. Yeah, we have forgot
Definitely,
about
Big up,
definitely,
big
we're
up,
gonna
big up Shoods, big up Brittany Drummonds, big up Janelle Williams. I want to big up Brittany Plummer, Kahina, Martin Robinson,
Yeah.
Sharika, big up Romaine Higgins, big up to all the persons who maybe you haven't put anything in the chat, and maybe you're not able to put in the chat because you haven't yet subscribed. So subscribe because you need to be a part of this chat. Big
Yeah.
up yourself, everyone. Remember, share it with somebody and let persons know what's going on over this page because this page is going places.
Yes.
early
Thank you
Tennessee.
so much, Jace. And of
What-
course, we again our YouTube shout out. Go and follow Jace. He's currently doing a 60 days devotional
So I am
every
Remnant
morning.
J.
I am Remnant JA. Go and watch and
5
subscribe.
a.m. 5 a.m. Jamaican time. 60 days. Come on and fellowship with us. It's a beautiful way to start your
Yes.
day with the
It
Lord.
is
Marriage
very
is not about sex alone, it's about devotion too.
Amen.
And devotional bring you into better sexation.
Ooh.
yeah, no.
Yes. Also, remember to go and subscribe and follow Ival JA throughout a lifetime TV officially
Yeah.
shoot. Yes. Lady Glenn, go and follow all these YouTube channels and watch them. Yes, next week is gonna be interesting, and so you won't want to miss that one.
Yeah,
It might
guys.
be a little teary and stuff, but come on out, watch it, ask the questions, and
Next
it's all
week,
about healthy relationships.
very healthy. We'll be discussing about traumas in relationships,
Yeah.
and we'll have a professional
Psychology.
counseling psychologist
Yes.
on, and you guys can start looking a question from now, telling a friend them or have relationship problem. Tell them come with them questions,
Let's be real.
and
Let's
let
talk.
us be real. If as I say, this is an open space. If you don't want to share verbally, you can send us an email, DM us on Instagram or whatever means, and we ask the question them for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, man.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Jace and Amanda, so much.
We're proud of you guys.
Thank
We're so proud.
you.
Really
Thank
proud of you guys.
Nika, that's behind the scene. We love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and sharing, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, so that is it. 10th Street.